Yeah.
Me? No, I was apologizing.
Yeah. Yeah, which one?
Huh?
I'm Friday,
Yeah. I was driving out to Elmhurst yesterday, and just off like the main road that goes through Elmhurst, there's like a whole block of these massive mansions, and like all of them have like professional decorations. It was insane. It's like that has to cost like $10,000 to put those lights up at each of these houses.
Hey, Ruth.
Hey, okay, thank you. Coco? Good evening. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they usually get professionals to do this.
You can tell, it's like,
Yeah.
each light is like very properly placed in the right angle everywhere.
He said he was professional. Relax. Are we waiting for anybody else? This is it? Okay, let's call this meeting to order. Do we have any public comment from anybody here? No residents here or anything? No? Then no. All right, let's dive right into the discussion of key areas associated with the fiscal budget 2024, which is this, right? Okay. Yes, oh. Thank you.
Agenda.
Thank you.
And for tonight, before we get into this, an overview of the numbers, we want to just first talk about the budget timeline, and then lead into the overview of three major funds: the general fund, Berwyn securitization, and then our capital project fund, and then some commentary on the ARPA fund.
Okay.
First, our timeline. We are having our budget finance committee meeting tonight, just to introduce how the general fund summaries are coming in for the committee to look into further. This coming Tuesday, we are presenting the citywide budget at the COW for our aldermen to review. The following week, and correct me if I have the dates wrong, on the 21st is going to be the public hearing that's scheduled for any questions or comments on the upcoming budget. And then the budget presented on Tuesday is up for council approval Tuesday, December 26th. In between that time, just a reminder that the tax levy vote will be put on the council floor this coming Tuesday for the option that was determined last month. So that's the timeline. We'll get right into our general fund overview. It's a continuation of what we had presented in the for the tax levy presentation, but further detail into the overall numbers. Overall, from a high level, the projected 23 and 24 is reflective of no general fund property tax increase. Our state taxes that you'll see with the securitization corporation, while our historic trends have been around 10% over the last three or 4 years, we're still going to budget conservatively because for economic reasons and so forth. Our growth in our fines, fees, and services is consistent with our recent and historic trends. And obviously, as the economy change and other various major factors, our projections could change as well. Expenses, the overview incorporates our recent CBA labor agreements. It also incorporates whatever some projected increases in health, workers' comp, and general liability increases in premiums. So these projections are, we've done our best to incorporate all of that into this overview. We expect our budgets to be balanced, And of course, maintaining a strong fund balance percentage of around 27% of the projected following year's expenditures. Our target balance policy requirement is at 16%, so it's really important to have that fund balance as due to any material adverse circumstances. So definitely encourage you just to go through the detail and just let us know any questions in particular.
Okay.
The thing to bear in mind, beside this packet, you'll have the securitization, and that gives you an indication on how the state taxes are coming along. That's Fund 305. And what's important, and that's just a single page, that gives an indication of our state income taxes, our state local taxes, 1% sales tax and home rule. After the debt service requirement of the 2019 bond issue is withheld, the residual, and that's 5,900. That's what's returned to the general fund. So that's just to give you perspective on how the state taxes drive our general fund revenues as well. So that's Fund 305. The other fund just wanted to point out is the Fund 400, and that's our capital project fund. What we want to point out here is that, as we talked about in prior meetings, the transfer has been made for the purpose of the body cam memo that we talked about, and various to be able to direct that toward expenditures like that, and major capital expenditures from the Public Works, Fire Department, Police Department, as well as the Recreation Department. For 2024, within this fund, we have three areas of expenditures with PD. As we talked about in our prior meetings, we have our police vehicle replacement projection, our Public Works for a street sweeper, as well as the recreation swimming pool improvements. That we're projecting that to be the $875,000 for that. So that consists of our capital projects fund. Any questions so far with those? And then Monica will give us a brief overview of our ARPA fund that we've been working on.
So we have approximately received $32 million, whereas $5 million have been expended. 5 projects have been completed, I'm sorry. 2 projects to be completed by the first quarter of 2024, 4 projects to be completed by the second quarter of 2024, 2 projects by the third quarter, 5 projects by the fourth quarter of 2024, and then moving into 2025, 3 projects, and then the last of the first quarter, and then the second quarter will be the last one.
Okay.
And so all of the money though has been allocated to projects, so we don't have only room for like revisions within the budget of the projects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody have questions about the ARPA funds? Or?
Those all have to be spent before 2026?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
But they have to be allocated by the.
They have to
by
by the
2025.
2025, right,
Okay.
so that's why we have it broken down by I broke it down by each quarter and completion along with, it's right there, so that we'll know. And with also included in that, we have a percentage of administration costs, which will be salaries, benefits, training, and I think that's it, right? Yeah.
Project management.
Right, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So then Tuesday's the day that we'll go through this, and then everybody will get a copy, and then the alderman can reach out if they have any questions and so on.
Yes.
Okay. And we did get the approval before for the 1.53, was it? The levy percentage?
Yes, we determined the library option,
Yes,
which is,
yep,
Yep.
okay, all right. Any questions? Okay, no new business, we pretty much said that. So I just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Second. I don't think I.
Gotta do everything.
All right, thank you all.
I just texted Berwyn.
Okay.
Yeah, I love you.
Yeah.
So it has been updated, so there's some, so it does show
Where's that grade at?
where we're at.